Friends, you made it through your Monday to make it Monday again. And I've been looking so forward to this because it's been like a few weeks since we've done this, and I'm really excited about the things that we're making this evening. I'm sorry about the fact that it's an hour and 18 minutes past the time that I typically try to do this. It's been a really true Monday. I don't know if you saw that I brewed my coffee this morning without putting a mug under it. And it made a mess on the counter, whatever, it wasn't a big deal. I just threw some paper towels on it, fed the hungry horde of children that live in this home. And then at lunchtime, I noticed that all of the coffee had accumulated, I don't know how this happened, but into the silverware drawer. So where the forks were was just full of coffee. And then I found it on the floor, and Elijah was like, well, I saw that, and that's when you spilled it this morning. And so that was helpful. Anyway, so then I made supper and couldn't find all the ingredients, but we made it through. But I mixed all of our stuff up for supper in a bowl that apparently had a crack in it, and I didn't know. And so then it just leaked all of the stuff out on the counter. So that was the other thing. And then finally, because Monday's not over yet, I did this live Make It Monday video already. This is take 2, but the first time I only did it in our awesome group. So some of those people might get a double dose of this incredibly helpful and fun video. So lucky them. And if you'd like to be part of our group, we would love to have you. Just let me know so that I can add you. But because of that, I've already made these things, and so I might not actually make them right now, but I did just an hour ago. And then when I finished that video, then Isaiah woke up to eat again and blah, blah, blah. So, okay, if you're watching this time, I would love to know by seeing some comments that say, hey, sometimes I can't really tell who's watching and who's not, or some emojis about today's awesome weather. It was beautiful, even though I am one of those people that wishes we were buried in snow all winter long. Today was such a pleasant surprise. I never know what the weather is going to be like. I have so much, I feel like, on my plate that I'm not really paying attention to the weather outside. So my main form of weather prediction is this hilarious and wonderful weather stick that is stuck on the outside of our house, on the window frame, so that we can check it from our front window. My grandma and grandpa had one at their house as long as I can remember, and they gave each of us grandkids one a few years ago, and it's one of my treasured possessions. And every morning the kids love to go to the window and look at the weather stick, and I'm honestly as excited as they are. And it points up if there's good weather, or straight out if it's just whatever, regular weather, and then down if bad weather's coming. But anyway, didn't know that today was going to be this beautiful. We really loved and enjoyed it, and I hope that you were able to also. But I also am hoping that we have a lot of snow still coming. All right, these 2 things that we're making tonight, I'm really excited about because I have made them previously. The shoe fresheners I made as gifts for my brothers, and they really loved them. And it's always nice to make something that that people really love. And it was super cheap and easy, and it has a lot of other uses that I'll talk about. The other thing is the makeup remover, which I'm just so excited to talk to you about. So, okay, this shoe freshener, all you need is baking soda and the essential oils that you want to use, and then you can use coffee filters to contain them if you want or not. So I'll just start by telling you that you need 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So I just put that in a regular bowl. And then I recommend about 6 drops of essential oil. My preferred ones are Purification, which we use on insect bites. It really takes the itch and sting out of them. It's incredible, but also it has really powerful ability to get rid of gross smells. So when we make bacon in the morning and want to get rid of that smell, you know how it hangs out in your kitchen? Purification takes care of that. It also is known for cleaning and disinfecting the air, and gets rid of strong smells like pet urine or smoke. That's this is your go-to oil for that. So I did 3 drops of Purification and 3 drops of tea tree oil, which also promotes cleansing and purity in the air. and it's kind of known for getting rid of like musty, moldy smells. So this is like a great combination. It'll cover anything that might be in those shoes or boots. So then you just stir it up in the bowl, and you'll see that there's kind of chunks of oil that have accumulated. So you want to stir it up, mash it up really well. Then you can either evenly divide the small amount of mixture between these two coffee filters, which is fine. That's what I did. It's easier to gift that way. You can just staple them up so that they make kind of a long shape, and then that's what we ended up and did, because I felt like it filled more of the shoe. Or you can just sprinkle it directly into the shoe and let it sit. Regardless of which way you choose to do it, I would recommend that it sits in there for 24 hours, after which time you can either just take the little packets out, or if you've dumped it in, you can just hold it over the toilet and like pound on the bottom of it and let it all fall in. You can just flush it away. Other great uses for this, though, you could stick one of these packets in your gym bag or in your car or any area that you're wanting to improve the smell. So that's all that you do. So easy. If you don't have tea tree and purification, probably, like if you're just working with a starter kit, the two that I would recommend would be lemon. I love lemon. It's one of my favorite oils. I love it in my ice water. It's helped me decrease the amount of caffeine that I take every day, which has been important to me, especially with feeding Isaiah. It smells so good when it's diffused. It makes the house smell clean, even if it's not. So I love that. And I use it to get sticky things off of surfaces, like when the kids put stickers on the windows, or on the fridge. We've had trouble with that, or water spots on the glasses also. So we use lemon oil a lot. We love it. But you could do 3 drops of lemon. You could also do 3 drops of citrus fresh. That's another starter kit oil. If you diffuse it, it actually is supposed to improve creativity and a sense of well-being, decrease anxiety, and it's an air purifier in and of itself. So lemon and citrus fresh would be great if you're just working with a starter kit. But if you have tea tree and purification at your disposal, definitely do it. It smells so good. And the other thing I was going to talk about that is if you want to make that in a much larger bulk amount with maybe citrus fresh and lemon or the purification and tea tree, you could, multiply that by like 8 and sprinkle it in your carpet. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, vacuum it up. Your whole house will smell wonderful. I'm sure that you could just Google carpet freshening with essential oils or whatever and find a true recipe for the measurements of baking soda. But I think that would be a great thing to try. So that's just another idea for you. The second thing that I want to talk to you about that I wasn't really planning on making was the makeup remover until last week. I ran out of my own makeup remover. And thank goodness, because I have these essential oils and these other wholesome ingredients on hand, I was able to just make some. I remembered seeing from a while ago the Lavender Life blog had posted a recipe for lavender gentle makeup removing pads or something. I'll post that link underneath so that you can see where the original recipe came from. So anyway, I just looked at that again and found I had all the ingredients and was able to just make it for myself, which one makes me feel super independent, and I like that feeling to kind of be self-sufficient. And 2, I didn't have to get all of us out to the store to get that one thing, which is never just that one thing, and try to keep the troops happy through the store to just get that. So I just made it here and it's awesome. And it turns out that was incredibly beneficial for other reasons that I was not really aware of, because I just use this generic brand eye makeup remover that I've genuinely used for years. And before I made this video, I was talking to Greg about, I don't really know, ingredient wise, I wonder if it was better that I made my own or not really, but it always is. I think we all know that. So he was helping me look up all the ingredients, and we use a website called ewg.org, and it can help you look up different cosmetics or specific ingredients and talk about, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think, how safe it is for you to use. And it also tells you how much research is really out there to support their rating. So that's really good to know. It might not be a perfect source of information, but it's a good place to start. probably better than just like Googling it or, Wikipedia or whatever. So we were looking things up. First of all, I noticed that I didn't know like what any of the ingredients were except maybe 3 of them. And there was a ton of ingredients. Didn't know what they were, didn't know how to pronounce them. And 3 of them were bioaccumulative. I think that's what my science mentor Greg was saying. So basically that means that they don't break down in our body. They build up over time. They also build up through the food chain. So like the higher up in the food chain you go, typically the more that you'll find. And more than 2 of them were known endocrine, what did you say they were? Endocrine disruptors. So that's kind of important. Had no idea. It's obviously been building up in my system because I've been using it for a long time. That makes me kind of uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that I'm not trying to like drive fear into you, but just to share that I didn't even know that was in my makeup remover and it's been there forever and I had no idea. So now with this recipe, I can clearly name to you all of the ingredients, like all 4 of the ingredients. They're not scary. They're super safe. And I'm just really glad that I kind of accidentally stumbled onto this. So I kind of challenge you to look around at your I was going to tell you about the main one that we found in there that was actually kind of scary. It was benzalkonium chloride. I think that I'm saying that right. And apparently it's been like limited in its use in cosmetics in Japan and Canada. And it's really not good for you. Was there anything else about that? I don't know, but you should like Google that or look at ewg.org and see what you think about it. But I really want to challenge you to choose one cosmetic in your bathroom and look up the ingredients. See if do you know what they are? Can you say them? Look them up. See if you're frightened by them. And then if you are, make this awesome makeup remover. Okay, so it's super easy. All it took was 2 tablespoons of that jojoba oil that I had never bought before we started Make It Mondays in December, but now I love it and have found so many uses for it and it's wonderful. So 2 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of filtered water, and 4 drops of lavender, which if you're not familiar is the Swiss Army knife of oils. That's what we call it. We use it for sleep. We can use it for stress. We can use it for kiddos who are having a hard time calming down. On burns, I got my first like real oven burn in November. Of course, the night before I was supposed to host this big social event and be using the oven a whole bunch more the next day. And I put lavender oil on it and it did burn a little bit, but then it took care of my burn by the next day. It was wonderful. So, it's great in lotions and conditioner and stuff. And then, the only other thing that goes in it is, the water, the jojoba oil, lavender oil, and then you can put the cotton rounds in it. I'm not a cotton round user. Oh, and the witch hazel. That's sort of important. Just a tablespoon of that. And I recommend the alcohol-free kind because you're going to be using like on and around your eyes. But so yeah, don't forget to put your tablespoon of witch hazel in there. Alcohol-free is best. So you just put it in this jar and you'll have to shake it before you use it. But I had to do that with my other one anyway because it always separated. You can put that recipe says it makes for about 10 of the makeup, like the cotton rounds, but I just use a cotton ball and dip it in. So anyway, that's all that you have to do. And it's super easy and not that expensive at all and so much safer. So this is really a great lead for the fact that we are going to be hosting a ditch and switch class on Thursday evening. We're going to post an event for it this evening after this is over. And it's a really awesome intro class to how you can get rid of toxins in your home. Some wonderful DIY recipes. If you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. That's going to be Thursday evening at 8. So make this makeup remover, make this shoe or carpet freshener. Tell me how you're going to use it. If it's a gym bag, if you're going to sneak it into your spouse's shoes or your younger brother's, you never know. And if you like and share this video, I would love to send you some of this makeup remover so you can try it and just see what you think about it. But I hope you guys have a really great week. Thank you, as always, for being here with me, and I'm looking forward to our Make It Mondays for next week. See you then.